Hello, my name is Jovanka Gulicoska, and I work as a software engineer at Datopian. Together with the other partners, we're responsible for building the Data Hub. Today, I am going to talk a bit about the OpenSearch API. Sorry, that has been developed particularly for the Data Hub UI. Then we can have a look at the OpenSearch API endpoints themselves. We can take a look a bit about the compliance, and at the end, we will look at some examples about how you can play around with the OpenSearch API and as well as get our own OpenSearch API response from the Data Hub UI. On the catalog homepage, you have different filters that make discoverability very user-friendly. For example, as an example here, we can start by drawing a rectangle and checking the draw rectangle functionality, which is available on the homepage. This allows the users, as Koushik showed, to draw a rectangle on the map on the map area, which will limit the search to a certain geolocation. By selecting the area and then clicking search, the user will get a list of data sets for that location. And that's what happens on the UI. But when you get the list of the results for the selected area, you can also see results in OpenSearch API button, which is on top of the result list. And by clicking on this button, the user is redirected to a corresponding OpenSearch page or an OpenSearch API. The user gets an OpenSearch API response, which takes into consideration the area that you have selected. The next thing that we're going to look at is, as I said, the portal provides you with different ways of filtering the data. So in this case, we're going to take a look at how we're going to filter the data by selecting certain collection. The select collection dropdown has a full list of all the collections that we have on the portal, and by selecting one of them and clicking on search, the user also gets a list of the data set which correspond to or belong to a certain collection, to the selected collection. At the top of the page, you can also see again the results in OpenSearch API button, and by clicking on it, the user is again redirected to the OpenSearch API, to the OpenSearch page, having into consideration the collection that has been selected. So if you are, some users might want to work directly with the OpenSearch endpoint instead of using the UI. So they have the possibility to create their own queries by using some basic parameters. More information about the OpenSearch API endpoints you can find on the Data Hub catalog nextgeoss.eu/OpenSearch. And from there, you can see how you can get the general description document or a description document for a particular collection. These documents help you to extend your search or basically apply as many filters as possible to a certain query in order to find the data that you're looking for. I should also mention here that the OpenSearch API endpoints support two-step search. Let's take a look at an example. We can go on and select and filter the data using for a specific collection, as we did previously through the Data Hub. In this case, we're going to look, in this example, we're looking at Sentinel 2.11.1c products. And as you can see, the product type is directly applied and the user gets a closer result. You can go, yes. As I said previously, like the description documents provide you with more information about the filters that you can apply for a certain collection. Different collections have different parameters that you can use to filter the data. In this case, we are using we're adding, except for filtering the data to a collection, we're also applying an additional filter for SWOT. For the compliance, I can mention that while we were while we're making the OpenSearch extension for the portal, we are relying on the NASA validation tool in order to evaluate its current implementation against number of specifications, then the OGC compliance test tools, and the correct implementation of OpenSearch following the standards and compliance tests allows us to easily integrate with other systems. As Koushik showed, one example is which is not yet deployed, is like getting data from the GEOSS portal. They also have an implementation. They have also integrated the NextGEOSS Data Hub into their system through the OpenSearch API, and you can retrieve NextGEOSS data through there as well. And as you can go to the next slide. So now there is a short video where you can see all the functionality that I have went through. Selecting, for example, selecting a collection. Then clicking search, the user gets the list of the results and it's redirected to an OpenSearch page where we can see that we get the same amount of data. Then here there is filtering or querying the data through the OpenSearch API endpoint just based on a product type or on a collection, and then applying additional filters to it. We can see that the number of results is changing depending on the filter that we're applying. And as a last example, again, with an additional parameter added to the query, we get a different result. That will be all from my side, and Anestis, I think. Or no, sorry, Koushik, you need to come back again.
Yeah, thank you very much. You can unshare. Are you using the same?
Yes, I'm using the same.
You are using the same.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
All right. So let me move on to the next one. So I think, with the short time that we had, we were able to introduce you to our catalog. How to navigate through by the front end. I think the UI user interface, also an introduction to OpenSearch API. Now, what we would like to show you is a usage of an OpenSearch API in action. It's a video, so I end with some explanatory text. So have a look, and if you have any questions, feel free to inquire.
No problem.